Hallo meine Damen und Herren, I hope you are ready for this episode, The Melanin Theorem. I may remind you of something very important. This is TikTok, which means this content is for entertainment purposes only.
Obviously, clearly, naturally.
Any resemblance to historical figures, living or dead, is purely coincidental and also slightly profitable. If there are any inaccuracies in dates, names, or historical events, please forgive me. In times where the truth is negotiable, let's just say I'm working with what's available. The senior partner doesn't provide footnotes. So, take what serves you and leave what doesn't. So, remember I told you 2 videos ago that everything Donald Trump and all American presidents do is for stock exchange reactions or manipulations, call it what you want. You probably didn't believe me. But now news came out saying that one of Donald's sons bought oil actions for $30 million 2 days before his daddy started the war in Iran. Daddy said, "Son, we can make another billion. Are you ready?" And boom, a few bombs costing a few $1 million of taxpayers' money, and voila, people are dead, Americans are dead, and Uncle Scrooge and his clan are a few billions richer. Not only his son, but all those who benefited from the tip. Tu vas bien, ma chérie? Je t'aime, mon amour.
Oui, mon chéri. Et toi?
What, did you think I was racist? Just because white supremacists identify themselves with me, it doesn't mean that I was a color-trained dog. African history was always of interest to me. I knew it was suppressed, not because of racism. African history is suppressed because it has the coordinates to many treasures in Africa. Your elites just don't want you to have access to them, just like everything else, because you are just too many and there isn't enough for everyone to become a billionaire. You're better off being modern slaves. They capitalize on everything, yes, even on you and your guts, but you know this already. But Africa has treasures that kings like Solomon exploited and became very rich with. And when you gain access to African knowledge, you start understanding why history was rewritten. They used leaders like me to have you focused on the wrong information, distracted from their atrocities, just so that you don't turn against them. They build you a world, a cage where you can only see so far, and think it's the best thing that can happen to you. But no, mein Lieben, it's not. The only thing that makes it a good moment for you is their cruelty towards the others. The French massacred millions of Africans in Africa, so that France could thrive from the resources they were stealing, and then they put it all on Germany after the war, because history is written by the Siegen, the victors. Hollywood shows a few German actions in Africa. Big titles, easy manipulation, people never question the narrative. Believe me, I love black people. The fact that they are black doesn't make them colored. No, they are not colored, we are colored. They have nuances of melanated skin. Melanin is not a color, it just reflects a certain darkness depending on the amount of melanin molecules contained in the epidermis, I guess. This is what we call pigmentation, and I know why they don't teach this in Western school programs. That said, why do we so-called whites not have any? My scientists told me we had a defect in our DNA. That said, Africans and any other dark person on Earth has that what God gave man to protect him from the sun. I'm a strateg. I use logique in my reasoning. I understood why the world became racist towards black people in general. It was jealousy, not over the color, but over all the advantages melanin brings in and outside of the human body. I understood that the white race was defective, and that we all had to better breed in order to erase the white race and stay resilient. But the world was already racist. It is not me who invented racism. And to come to power, I had to go with the flow, and gradually my plan would have fructified. History is the real reason why I wanted Russia. Yes, Tartaria. Everything was black before white appeared. God was black, good was black, the number of good was 666. 6 chromosomes, 6 protons, 6 electrons, the molecular structures of melanin, vereinfacht erklärt. I mean, why would one want to keep a defective gene among us when the world is moving in a multipolar direction, a peaceful world of equilibrium? That makes no sense, knowing that our future generations will end up being the weakest. So my logic told me Africa is a continent that we shouldn't neglect. Mixing with Africans is essential so future generations can acquire the melanin necessary not only for sun protection, but for immune resistance against many natural sicknesses, creativity, endurance, strength, resilience. White humans have none of that. This is the reason white people can only steal, rob, patent, do all the things that harm others for our own benefit. Problem with that is, the day we lose that evil power, there will be no place for us to go. Look at the Israelis today. Bibi let them down, just like the Zionists did during the Second World War, sacrificing their own over and over again, just to manipulate the world and believing the justifications for their expansionism plan. It's their modus operandi. They passed the same tactics to the African Nilotics for their expansion program. And they were going to be exterminated for an Africa without black Africans. So no, Africans are not colored, we are colored. We are blue at birth, red when our blood rushes. Green when our veins show, and when that happens, it means we are transparent as well. Violet when we are bruised. And all this comes from our trained knowledge of division, the one the elites want you to believe. The elites themselves are not racist, they are just a cult, doing their things not for spiritual purposes, but to bond and enslave hierarchically their clans down the pyramid. They have no problem erasing the white race if it benefits them, but they find more benefit in keeping the world divided, so of course they are going to also finance white supremacist and religious groups, just to keep things hot and boiling in order to keep money flowing. So yes, racism only exists amongst the poor. If you get a chance to step into the elite's world, you will see there is no racism. White women love black men for their DNA, and black men love white women for their openness. Black women love white men, not for their strength, but for their supremacy, and white men love black women for their caring hearts and loving respect. Look at Putin. Who would have thought Putin loves black people? You all thought Russia was racist. Yes, racism is an invention. Before the 1500s, there was no racism. Slaves and kings were all colors, blacks and whites. Color was non-existent in people's minds. Chinese were black, Japanese were black, Indians were black, Incas were black. White appeared very late. While Africa had technology compared with ours today because there's nothing new under the sun, everything was already invented by blacks before the last reset. Have you heard about Tartarians? While Africa and the rest of the black world had universities and libraries, whites were up in the great north chasing animals for survival with rocks and sticks. We had no idea that bathing was the solution to eradicating many of our diseases. We were primitive, and we were the ones who got schooled by blacks on how to become civilized. But this knowledge in the 1940s was only accessible to the ones who were part of loges or related to a certain bloodline. You were to keep it to yourself and use it to your own benefit, with the tactics of division to weaken all others and rule and dominate over them efficiently. Now, thanks to social media, today everyone has access to that knowledge. But so many just can't cope with the fact that their dream world was in fact fake from the beginning onwards. This is why when Putin released the Black Jesus dossier, the white world was shocked to the bones. Whole worlds crumbled for the poor white supremacists who finally had to acknowledge that they have been living in a matrix of lies the whole time, a deadly one too. One of lies and hatred causing division and death. You are probably asking yourself where I want to go with all this. It's simple. We all made mistakes, and some of us had to pay a hard price for this. Many innocent lives got lost, and many more will get lost if we don't tackle the problem at its roots. The root of the problem is evil, as evil is what is destroying us all. It is not impossible to eliminate evil. We just have to want it. Evil is just the absence of good, so if we fill the glass with good, evil will disappear. It will not go anywhere else, it will just cease to exist. Forget things like balance between good and bad. It's an invention from the devil to put in people's heads that there has to be evil in order for good to exist. No, this is a big lie. Evil does not exist where good is in abundance. For this, all humanity needs is the right set of rules. Rules that don't allow evil. That's all. Rules that let evil destroy itself without contamination. And that is possible. So yes, meine Lieben, I love black people, or let's call them normal people, and I hope my fellow white people start reasoning like they're elites on that matter. We must not let evil divide us from our pure-blooded brothers and sisters. Black is beautiful, and I can't wait to take care of all my babies here present. In the meantime, what do you say about Iran's big toys they just pulled out these last days? And now you see how the psychopaths can't understand that what they are going through is exactly what the Palestinians went through, since the 1900s and maybe even way before that. All this can stop at what cost? The whole world knows our white DNA is hypocritical. The global south and the east will arm themselves just to protect themselves from our evil DNA until all this becomes history and forgotten. In the meantime, the military-industrial complex will continue on making huge profits from this uncertainty. And again, the elites will have won another battle of division. What I would like to know is what comes next. When everyone is armed to the teeth, what other plan do the elites have in mind to profit from when the whole world knows about the division tactics? Before they fall for it, they will investigate, like they did 2 days ago when Israel shot a missile at a British ship in the Mediterranean and financed a campaign to blame it on Iran. The world will be very careful before reacting impulsively. Or is the world going to forget and the next wave of division is going to come so oder so? Or is it really the end of the cycle? The red button will be activated, and somewhere after the nuclear cloud disappears, Adam and Eve will be woken up somewhere where it is nice and warm so they don't need any clothes. This could only be in the tropics like the Congo Basin, where all the riches and fruit trees are. And then one day, some other scientist, the white devil, will come out of his bunker and approach the woman and show her his tree in the middle of his pubic garden, and she will find it tasteful. Then she will go back to her Adam and show him what the devil just showed her. But her firstborn Cain will be the son of the scientist, the devil, as written in the Bible in 1 John 3 verse 12, and hated his brother Abel, who God loved more because Abel was from black Adam, who was from God. Then God will chase Cain from Eden, where the only place he can travel to is over land masses, up to the great north where there is no sun and where he will lose all melanin for generations to come. And then come back down as Viking and meet with black civilizations, and the cycle will start all over again. While the elites watch over their working experiment and always stay above all things. Here and there they will come from their islands or Area 51 and reveal a few technological advances and scripture knowledge. to keep humanity guided on the path of the Matrix. So, what do you think? Does this sound logic to you, or is the truth somewhere else? Write your thoughts in the comments. Maybe someone out there knows something we don't. And don't forget to like and subscribe. The more we comment, the more we connect, the more we find solutions to our cancer, the faster we will be able to tackle the problem. Civilization did not start 6,000 years ago. That's a fact. So many artifacts show that we live in cycles. But again, how do we know if that is really true? Our perception is only as good as what those who have the power want us to perceive. Until now, they wrote the rules.
And we need to hack these rules.
Prost, meine Lieben! And now zu euch, meine Krankenschwestern!